You ever wanted something so bad, so bad, but it was so hard to get it? Nah, it wasn't so hard to get it. That's your mind playing tricks on you. We got control. Take control. Push.
Money on my mind every day of the week.
Yeah.
You know I gotta have it without
Go
it,
get
I
with
can't
yours.
sleep. It's a real code. I'm trying to
Go
get
get
it
with
in the
yours.
street. Before this rapping, the youngin' was
Not
trapping.
just a
You can
brand, it's a
run and
lifestyle.
tell. Run and tell that. You
Run and
can
tell that.
Run and tell that.
Run and tell that. Run and tell that. Run and tell that.
Run and tell that.
Run and tell that.
Welcome back to the Run and Tell Your Story podcast. It's your boy No Cence, man. We back in today with my boy Dewan, man.
Hey, what up?
What's the deal, man?
Man, I'm just happy to be here with you, bro.
Oh,
happy
man.
to be alive in 2020, man. We
Man.
know a lot of cats that didn't make it, so I'm
That's
happy
a
to
lot.
be breathing God's air
That part.
with my brother, man, able to sit here and talk.
Man, so today we pretty much gonna be elaborating on life itself. We've been talking about it already in these past podcasts. You alone, somebody I've been around and know for sure know the Lord, opposed to us acting. It's a lot of actors, false prophets out here, man.
Very true.
And wanted to bring you on the show today, just on the podcast, bro, just to give insight on what you do. For one, you could tell the people, you know what I'm saying, what it is you do.
Oh, man, I was just telling my brothers over here, like, my new job description or, professional career, because I know that's usually what people mean when they ask that question. My new thing is, bro, I just show up. And I let God do the rest, bro.
Show up and let God
do the rest, bro. Literally, I stopped going to my day job.
Yeah.
It's been like going on 3 months. I think I was November 6th. So,
Okay.
all of November, pretty much December now. This will be like the third month going into it. And I just been really trusting God, bro.
That part.
And just walking, man, and having the faith to keep walking. He just been showing up every way, pay my bills. We just celebrated my daughter's 6th birthday 2 days ago.
Dope.
Me and my wife, we took her out to the Great Wolf Lodge.
Huh,
If you ain't
yeah,
took your
yeah,
daughter
yeah,
there,
yeah.
you haven't took your daughter there yet?
I haven't.
Bro,
She went though.
Okay.
Her grandma. She went with her grandma.
that thing is fun. You gotta go, bro. You and your girl and your daughter.
I've seen it. I've actually looked it up, and I'm like, yeah, it is a dope
We
spot
had
for
a
sure.
great time. My daughter loved it, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't know, bro. All my bills paid. The major ones anyway.
That
You know
part,
what I'm saying?
that
We got
part.
some we putting off,
Yeah, yeah.
But when you
But the main ones,
that part, got the roof,
that part.
got gas in the car, got a
Mhm,
car, we
mhm.
can eat, So, God just keep providing, bro. And that's just being what it is. So
Tell. I'm loving the shirt, man.
Thank you,
for
bro.
the most
Appreciate
part,
that.
man.
Jesus saves. If y'all didn't know,
that
by
part.
the way, he
Let them
really
know.
does.
Let them know what made you even push forward with that, bro.
With the shirts,
With the name and the shirts and how you went about it, because that's different for just on the logo scale.
yeah, bro. I always kind of like been into fashion and been into kind of like making fashion just like you do, bro. And you took it to the next level, bro, where you got it jigging. I
I'm
love
still
it.
building,
Oh,
man.
man. But you got something that can be touched, that can be seen, that people can walk into a manifestation.
You
from
do
a-
too. You
from
wearing
a thought
it.
in your brain,
you
though.
wearing that thing.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
It start from the vision and then applying that pressure. You know what I'm saying? And then man.
Yeah, it all started in your
Start
mind.
with a vision.
But
Start with a
you're right.
vision.
I took it and, really though, like just to answer your question in a nutshell, I always kind of been into like making my own little like T-shirts and hats or whatever with my own little messages on it. As a youth, I would put different messages on it. Out in the streets, you trying to communicate something different.
Exactly.
So, I used to make my own, little clothes or whatever.
Exactly.
But, once I started walking this walk, God saved me. I was born again, bro. I wanted to kind of use that same skill set or interest even, because I didn't really I hadn't honed the skill all the way, you know what I'm saying? But I had the interest still. And I said, if we could do something for the Lord, to catch people's attention and start a discussion, do something that's kind of,
And it worked.
You know what I'm saying? For people to look at it at least,
Exactly,
and maybe ask you about
And
it
it
or
works.
whatever. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna have you.
Yeah,
you know,
at
go
least-
around
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Get
like
that
what
first
they say.
letter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so yeah, bro.
Yeah,
And we got
but-
a few different items. You know what I'm saying? This is one of them. The Jesus says the brand is actually Blood Bar Brigade.
Dope.
The triple
Bring
B.
some, man.
And for
Bring
sure.
some.
No, it's crazy because my kids was not letting me do everything I
While
needed
you
to
was
do
trying
before
to,
I pulled up. But
yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna come bless you, bro, with a few of them. You know what I'm saying? So I apologize for that, but I'm gonna double
don't
back
even-
on
yeah,
that.
but just
No,
know
no excuses is a
it's-
good one,
it's-
bro.
It's a good situation, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel it's a purpose. You know what I'm saying behind it. Outside. It's a lot of brands. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk more on that too. It's a lot of brands being started around in the community and all that. Outside of the community as well, but you just able to see brand people are starting to catch on to branding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's
Because of social media.
it's a big market behind that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like if you doing something, it's something that could help whatever it is you're doing if you do it the right way in a sense. And it's like I feel people is catching on more and more on what item it is that helps their situation to help brand whatever it is they're trying to brand. Like you pushing, you know what I'm saying, more Christ in that favor. You feel me? So you that alone, and you really doing it. Like not you ain't just false like I say false advertising and none of that. So
I appreciate that, bro.
it's a
'Cause you
blessing
know.
to just see a person like walking their walks.
Yeah.
That's a part of you walking your walk.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So this is me walking mines with the Run and Tell Apparel, and wanting to give people more insight on the brand as well. Like this is just me running and telling my story.
That's
You feel me?
beautiful.
It came with these logos or whatever, but these is logos that just happen to come out behind what it came out behind, and I just been using that to just keep doing what I've been doing, but you don't know what logo it'll be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You don't know what it could be. Whatever your mission is, your logo gonna create its own form of it. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And I'm like, wow. So, you know,
That's amazing, bro. And you said a word. I don't even know. You said, you know, I'm walking in my favor.
yeah.
It's incredible because, like I said, this is the Blood Bar Brigade, but like the umbrella brand of that's over this is called Favor. Me and my wife collaborated on that.
Wow.
Yeah. Our brand is Favor, and walking in favor. We actually working on the shoe, bro. That's
See?
for that message right there. Walking in favor,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
And that's a trip that you said that. But when it come to branding, though, bro, you dead on, and what you doing is spot on. Like everything is branding, and if you can get into that understanding and the mindset that you as an individual, you're a brand.
Yeah.
You feel me? You should be paid. Drake got a lyric, bro. He said, "I get paid to walk outside."
Hmm.
Why? You know what I'm saying? Why does Drake get paid
Exactly.
to walk outside and I don't?
Yeah.
I gotta go out and like really put some energy and thought into
For real.
how I'm gonna get paid today. You feel me? When he bleed blood just like I do. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
it's all about branding, man. When I really came to that realization, who really opened my eyes to it was Nip.
Exactly.
Obviously,
Big,
'cause-
yeah. He painted a real good picture on that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Especially for the inner city. You know what I'm saying? South Central, even outside of LA.
Oh,
you know
man,
what I'm
that was
saying? Like
universal.
he really gave that vision of what Brandon can do.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Within your situation.
Hey, you took a cat selling CDs
And people
out the
don't know,
trunk.
and a lot of people don't know that, you know what I'm saying, when around that time, I was tapped into Nip so much, as in his movements of business on the business side of shit. You know what I'm saying? And knowing he was a gang member as well, and it was so relatable to my life. I'm like,
You want
wait.
me both, bro?
I'm not going. It ain't even nothing to speak on or have to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's one of these things that I feel once you got understanding of it, if it fits your life, apply it.
You should figure out a way. I think everybody's capable
Right,
of doing
right.
it. But
They are.
You know, and just like how you said, the run and tell that really is just you wanting to tell your story.
Yeah.
And your story is so important. You know, the universe needs your story.
Man, I
and
appreciate it, bro.
Needs you to be authentic to that.
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
And not try to be. You got one thumbprint.
Exactly.
Nobody else has your thumbprint. You have to cement your thumbprint into the universe, bro, so it can be everything that the world gets set a little more closer to its alignment if you be authentic to you and be manifest who God purposed you to be. You feel me?
Exactly.
So that's what you're doing. And you building a platform and branding yourself to get into a stream where you support yourself and your family by doing so because you should. You should. You feel me? So, I mean, you know, understanding that from Nip initially, but really my wife though, bro. I credit my wife for really taking it to the next level of understanding branding, because my wife, I was sharing with my mans, she come from the entertainment industry, you know, and she really taught me, educated me up on the power of branding yourself. Like, you're a brand. You as a person, you can figure out a way to brand yourself, even if you feel like I ain't got no talent or whatever. Everybody got some kind of talent, but you do something, you know what I'm saying? Just you need to figure out what your interests are, what your natural interests are, and then build from there, you know, look at it.
It is that, bro. And it's man, I love this convo. Serving spoon. I want to speak on, you know what I'm saying? This is
telling them about that situation.
This is somebody I met at a restaurant working, you know what I'm saying, in Inglewood.
Yeah, Inglewood.
A known restaurant, you know what I'm saying? You could go check it out.
They on Centinela, 140.
If you go on Sunday, be there early.
For real.
Be there early. You want to eat right and right on time and all that. Other than that, you gonna be waiting, but it's worth the wait.
Yeah.
Working the serving spoon. This is how I met this individual right here, and he done gave me insight on just being yourself. You know what I'm saying? And we clicked off of just him being him and me being me. And he wasn't. It's like you gonna run across people in this life, man, that it's gonna be skeptical to even deal with them, and it's gonna be ones that come and it's gonna be easy to deal with.
Man, instant.
This was an easy deal with right here. You know what I'm saying? And just where we at mentally, and after the years, it's been what 10 years. It ain't been that long. It's been like 7 years.
It's been like I got married. I don't even think I was married when we met.
5 years.
Was I married when we met? I don't think so.
Nope.
I've been married 7 years. I'm going on 8 years. This will be the 8th year I've been married.
This how fast time fly.
Yeah.
I met this man seven years ago. You know what I'm saying? And we still rocking.
Man.
This what shows you bridges get burnt off of choices.
Man, that's fire.
You know what I'm saying?
That's everything.
And we rocking off of just being solid to one another, and ain't got nothing. It ain't no bridges to burn. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
that's rare. You know what I'm saying?
Rare.
That's rare.
I learned a lot from you in terms of just watching you as a father. You know, being in your daughter's life, making it work with your baby mama, really stepping up to the plate to be the man of your situation, of your family, bro. In a lot of ways, and I watched you do that before I had a family. Like I said, we met before I was married, before I had kids. You know, because I got married, then I had my daughter and then my 2 sons. So now I got 3 kids. But yeah, bro, you know, so I always admired that and respected that in you. Like, you was young, and you younger than me. I think by a year or 2. But I always admired the fact that you had a maturity level about you, bro, to where you handled your business, and you know, even knowing. You know, since we know each other a lot more now, I didn't know at the time, but like, you didn't have that situation in terms of a father as an example or the role model to even know, you know what I'm saying, how to really do that. You feel me? But you was doing it, you know what I'm saying? And doing a great job at it.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, bro. So you played a role in shaping that image for me, because I never wanted a family, bro. I never wanted a wife, never wanted kids, because I don't have no family to bring them to. You feel me? Like, my parents been dead, both of them, since I was 12. You feel me? So my kids, they don't have grandma and grandpa. You feel me? And you understand that, having lost your mother, bro. You know, and I had the pleasure of meeting her. God rest her soul. She actually came to our church at Peace Apostolic.
Yeah, she did.
She came and visited one time. God rest her. You know. But so you know what that feel like, you know what I'm saying? But I went through that as a kid, bro, you know, not to say that it makes it any easier.
Turned out A1, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You still turned out A1.
Exactly. Well, that's the grace of God, bro, because I was going another direction.
We both was.
Exactly, you feel me? But God steps in, bro, and
he do. He know our heart. He know our heart. Even if we was lost in the earlier stages, our heart was already, it was still the same heart before, no matter what choices we made or how we made them. But, and man, it's just a blessing to just know these things is still, we got action at anything we want to do.
That's
just due to just breathing.
It.
You got life in you. You can, man, it's action on anything you could think of. You feel me? So, man, this is just, man, it's a blessing, bro.
Yeah, I'm tired.
You can talk to him a little more on you got siblings as well.
Oh man,
give them some insight on like you got some family members that you know that made you even want to tap into that insight. Like I don't want to go that route. You know what I'm saying? Because I did. I'm not, like, you know what I'm saying. I got my brother to look at, and it's not something. I count him as my blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a spitting image of what I could have been doing, or where I could have been at if I didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it made me tap into. I don't want to live my life the way he's living his life, but we tapped into the same stuff. So how could I do that? You know what I'm saying? It may.
I say I seen it from the perspective of being the older brother. Okay. You know, because I was the oldest. I had a little brother and a little sister, but I was the oldest, and I seen it from the perspective of probably your brother, to where I was the one doing it, trying to keep my little brother away from it. Yeah. You know, and I was doing everything I could. But he got to a point where he got old enough to make his own decisions, bro, and he jumped into it full throttle. You know,
and I think that's what it was too, bro. Just by you explaining it in them words, that's exactly what it is. With my older brother, bro, and he didn't have no control of once it took place of me tapping into that lifestyle. Exactly. Yes, and he tried to. He tried to get it as much control as he could.
Because once you get in and you really in, like once you really experience it and you see behind the veil of I'm on this side of it now, bro, it's hard. I mean, it is. Them streets is like a drug, bro. You know, so, even if you don't do drugs, just that lifestyle. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
So tell the folks, man, what. Give them some words of encouragement and enlighten them on what you think they should be doing in a sense to stay out of harm's way or being in BS and any of that type of energy. What feedback you could give to people? You feel me?
Man, bro, I mean, I don't think it's a way to 100% completely stay out of harm's way. You know, if we breathe in air, the air is polluted. You know what I'm saying? So it's some risk in anything. You feel me? But I will say you also can make better choices and make better decisions to not position yourself within the line of fire. You know, and that's something that I had to learn that came with maturity and really having a wife. Especially the type of wife I got, bro. And then my kids, like you mentioned, having siblings, you know, make you kind of look at that angle to say, I don't want to really go that route. But man, when I look at my wife and kids, bro, I'm so motivated and inspired to not do anything, you know what I'm saying, to even potentially remove me from the situation. Whether it be I don't even want to get drunk and drive because I don't drink. I mean, you know what I'm saying, I occasionally, you know, like for New Year's I you know, had a little champagne or something like that, but I don't drink, bro. Honestly, I don't, you know, whatever. But I don't even want to drink and drive because even if I did drink, because I'm scared that if the police pull me over, I'm going to go to jail for a DUI. Because I remember sitting in the county talking to niggas that was in there for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 180 days because of a DUI. And I'm going to be like, man, my wife and kids, though. You know what I'm saying? Well, I went to the county jail, bro, when I was 19. And, nigga, when I say I thought it was fun, nigga, I was in the county, bro. I'm in there with homies from over here. I'm in there, nigga, like, oh, this is awesome. Nigga, this like Disneyland, bro. I mean, niggas from every section, niggas just like me. We stand up all night drinking coffee, talking, trading stories. Niggas, you know, niggas lying,
but I feel by you bringing that up, I feel it's designed that way. Yeah. It'll make you feel that's where home is at. Yeah. Because I done been there. I done been there. It feel like, nigga, I ain't seen you in 10 years. Bro, nigga, this where you been? Yeah. It's like, wait, it'd be like a cabin
the of whole people.
Time. Nigga, we got elementary stories. And it'd be like, wow.
Right.
It do be that. And I feel that's the cycle we got to pull from on feeling that, well, I'll go back fucking, nigga, if I got to go in for whatever I do, nigga.
See, I don't understand it. I don't see. For me, like I said, I was 19, bro, and I didn't have really nothing going. You feel me? I didn't think I had a job. No, I didn't have a job. I didn't have no girlfriend. I didn't have nothing going, bro, except, you know, trying to make my little money on the streets. But my thing was really, when I was out in the streets, bro, my thing was jacking and robbery. You feel me? Like, bro, I wasn't even selling dope or nothing. I was like, I mean, I dabbled in, you know, I sold weed here and there, whatever, like a Zip or QP or something, you know what I'm saying? I never went to man.
Been 211.
You feel me? But I was into, all right, man, I'm broke. I need to eat. I need some shoes. All right, I'm finna just go take it from somebody else.
Now you get ill.
And I hate thieves, you feel me? And liars, you feel me now? But at a time, bro, I had to survive, you feel me? I had to survive, bro, you know what I'm saying? But now I live on a different principle. But me having a wife and kids, bro, if I went to jail now, I'll be miserable, bro. And
do
nigga,
it.
from the time they put me in the car, bro, I probably would cry. Like, come on, man, I can't go see my kids. What is you talking about, bro?
And that's what shape.
Oh man, my son gonna wake up like, where's my daddy? You know what I'm saying?
And that'll make a person transition his movements of what he was doing previously in order to not get in them scenarios.
If you care at all, bro.
If
you know
you care,
what I'm
you're not
saying?
gonna get in that.
You at least gonna
situation.
think about it,
Exactly.
even if you feel like I gotta do whatever it is that you feel like you gotta do. Cause I done been there too, made some the dumbest decisions where I could have lost it all, bro. So I'm not judging nobody saying like I'm bigger, I'm better, but I'm just saying, bro, all I'm saying is the contrast in the mindset that I had at 19, going to the county jail versus now being 31 with a whole family. Just the thought, I'm like, oh my God, I'm shaking out of my bejeebers, bro. But at 19, I promise you this, bro. When I got out of the county, and I only did a county lid, bro, which is it's a year. They sent you to 365 days, so I wasn't even down. Like my little brother, he just took a deal for 14 years. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's funny because when I talked to him on the phone, he kept it 100, bro. He was like, man, bro, I was thinking I was gonna be able to, swindle my way up out of this one, bro. He was like, when the judge, because he always do the homie could go to jail, he get out, he'd have been in the pen, all that stuff. But when this time he was like, I thought I was gonna be able to swindle my way out of this one, bro. He like, man, the judge the attorney came with that deal for 14. He was like, then they showed the pictures from my Facebook of me talking about what I did, and they pulled that to the evidence. He was like, man, cuz he was like, I just broke down and cried, bro.
Damn.
I'm like, dang, bro.
Free the team.
Hey,
man.
but that's the part niggas don't, really see that. I remember being in jail, bro, with niggas coming back from court right after they got sentenced to life, bro.
And that energy,
bro. You see the pre and the post, the before and the after. Yeah. It's like you like, dang, bro. I don't ever want to feel that. You feel me?
It's really your life took in physical form.
Man, bro, me? Years off your life is gone. Hey, so I don't even want to put myself in that position, bro, because I got too much to live for. I got too much to lose. You feel me? So everything I do, it got to be legit, bro. But
doing it.
To answer your question, just to encourage anybody, man, do whatever you got to do, man, and wherever you at on your journey, just know you here for a reason. It is 2020. You breathing air. A lot of people didn't make it. We was talking about Nip. Unfortunately, bro ain't here to see today.
Long live Nip the Great.
For real, man. I mean, that dude said such a bloop. He said in a song, bro, he said, by any means I gave you a design. I even titled it and put it on my corner to shine. Yeah. And look, bro, you doing the same thing, bro. That's dope. So I just commend you for that. But for anybody else, that, like, bro, you should look at that my brother as an example of what is possible by you just having a thought and having the courage enough and the belief enough in yourself to take action, because you can't just have positive thoughts and dreams. You feel me? You got to, first of all, have a plan. Take that thought out your head, map out a plan, which Nip was all about, bro. I went to his the marathon, they had like a picture art gallery set up over on Melrose, I think it was. And it was nice. I loved it, but the best part of it, they had the stairs with his lyrics on it. He was playing his videos in the background. The best part about that to me was they had pictures of bro in like the studio or in the living room or whatever, and they had he had all these maps out, like his goals and all that, and brands and all that up on the like boards on the walls, bro. And I had always heard him talk about that in his music or interviews or whatever, but it was like looking at it on the pictures was real dope, and seeing him tapped into his element in writing, and I'm seeing his thought processes on what he putting up. That was awesome, So Nip showed it all, and he talked about it in his music, bro. So have a dream, have a vision, have a goal, put it on paper, map out a plan, do everything you know how to do, and what you don't know how to do, research and tap in with people that may, and then put it into action, and then have the discipline to just keep going, regardless of what you come up against. That's it, bro. History. For me, I titled it as saying I'm walking on water. I said I just show up, but I'm out here walking on water, bro. Every day I'm just taking a step. When I wake up, I pray, and I say, Lord, just let me take another step. And as long as I keep my eyes fixed on Jesus, bro, I'm going to be able to keep walking, because he told me to step out the boat. So ain't no way I could sink.
Literally.
Unless I start getting scared. ain't no fear in him, you know. So
yeah, you winning, man. It's a winning circle, man. It's 2020.
yeah,
We're gonna keep this.
the Roaring 20s is back.
Man. We're gonna keep the energy fire, man, and in the right areas and the energy on 1,000. We're gonna keep running and telling these stories. You feel me?
Yeah.
Just because they matter. And at the end of the day, want to inspire and also motivate others to not be scared to tell their story.
Yeah,
you feel me?
because we need to hear it.
Yeah,
you know?
and I said it on one of the last podcasts on the episodes or whatever. You gotta act on it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of thinking about. If you keep thinking about it and keep thinking about it or whatever, and don't apply no pressure, it's just gonna always be a thought.
Yeah, and you gonna always come up with reasons why you shouldn't start or why
Exactly.
you can't start. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
man, we gonna end this thing. We gonna man, it's such a great convo,
Man,
bro.
I'm just happy you had me here. I appreciate
My brother,
you,
man.
you know, tapping in with me and allowing me to come through.
Y'all look out, man, for these Jesus Save shirts,
Oh,
man.
yeah, Jesus Saves,
on
we
the
got
real.
a bunch of stuff coming, man. That
It don't
favorite
stop,
brand.
man. The brand, run and tell your story, man. Run and tell apparel. Come check it out. And the marathon do continue.
Yeah,
You
for
feel me?
real.
Run and tell
For
that.
real.